Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is January 10th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got a big Google local ranking search bug, which started around last weekend. It seems to be resolved now. Reddit seems maybe it's starting to drop in Google search, a little bit of visibility drop. Microsoft tricked their own searchers to think that they're actually on Google when they were on Bing, and so much more SEO, PPC, and local news. So stay tuned. Make sure to watch till the end. This video is sponsored by SimilarWeb, the all-in-one strategic SEO software platform. Get clarity on your SEO landscape through competitive analysis, keyword research, rank tracking, SERP insights, and much more. With industry-leading traffic and keyword data based on real user journeys, SimilarWeb gives SEO professionals the whole picture so they can strategize smartly and drive sustainable business growth. Check them out at similarweb.com. Thanks so much for sponsoring. Okay, so the big news earlier this week was that Google had some massive Google local ranking issue. We thought it might have been a ranking update or maybe a ranking bug. It turns out it looks like it's a bug. Google still has not commented on this, but it seems like most of the issues have reverted themselves. People in the local SEO space were saying this was massive, and they showed examples of this being massive. We had lots of different threads at Reddit and local search forums, and examples of people saying, where did my rankings go? I was ranking in a local pack and all of a sudden I'm not. Ben Fisher, Jason Brown, Troy Hawkins, and many other local SEOs noticed some massive changes across the landscape. It seems to have reverted for the most part. So if you didn't notice some massive changes over last weekend through, I don't know, say Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday, you're not alone. It seems like most of the cases have been reverted, so everything should be back to normal. And then talking about ranking changes, it seems like Reddit may have started to see a small but significant decline in Google search ranking visibility. I saw a comment by one of the commenters on Search Engine Roundtable that said, hey, it looks like Reddit got hit. And they showed a chart showing the last 2 days, well, starting January 7th, there was a drop in their visibility in Google search. Glenn Gabe also sent me a Systrix chart showing the same thing. It's a little bit too early, as Glenn said, as you could tell, it's only been a couple days, so we'll see what happens. Things could bounce back for them, could get better. We don't know exactly what's going on yet. We'll keep an eye on it. But with Reddit doing so well at Google for the past year or so, seeing a little bit of a drop is significant, and we'll keep track of that and keep you posted. The pretty wild news this week was, and I really appreciate it's going on for like a couple months now, was that Microsoft is tricking Bing search users to thinking they're actually using Google. So what happens is you go to Bing, you type in, you want to go to Google, so you type in Google into Bing. It's supposed to take you to Google. Instead, it shows you this search box. It moves you down below, it anchors the page down so you don't see the Microsoft logo at the top. And then it shows you a search box that looks kind of like a Google search box. Not exactly, it kind of looks off. But it's very, very deceptive. When I was actually Pundit spotted this and notified me about this like a month ago, and I thought, it worked for also if you search in Yandex or Search Engine in Google, and I was like thinking it was some type of rewards thing, but this was really deceptive. Microsoft has not said a word about this, but Google's executives said this is bad, and Google actually spoke up about this, like, why are you being so deceptive? Somebody's searching for Google, send them to Google. Somebody's searching for Yandex, send them to Yandex. Why are you tricking them to think that they're on that search engine right away? So this was pretty deceptive, and again, Microsoft has not commented. It's pretty interesting to see that. But as of this morning, it seems like it's gone. Bing removed it, so I just tested it right now. So I guess Microsoft listened and got rid of it because it was live at least since early December, and now it's gone. Google Search Console now lets you export your 24-hour hourly data to CSV, Excel, or Google Sheets. Again, this was something that last month Google announced that they have now 24-hour hourly data in Google Search Console's web interface. Now you can export the data. I'm not sure if it's fully into the API yet, but you can now export that hourly data and use it for the past 24 hours. So you can't export it, like you can't export the past 5 days of hourly data. So you might have to export it daily to get that data. Google's John Mueller said that core updates do not impact the site name that's displayed in the Google search results. So people were like saying, one person was like, my site name changed right around the core update in December, and John Mueller's like, well, core updates have no influence in changes to the site name that Google uses for your site in Google search. So again, core updates don't impact that. John Mueller also said that using generative AI to create content for the purpose of generating links is most likely against Google's link spam or Google spam policy. So don't do that. Of course, it's a pretty generic statement and causes lots of controversy, but hey, John Mueller said that. Also, John Mueller said that SEOs overestimate links, and this was in context of an SEO saying, what happens if you lose a lot of links from a bunch of sources really quickly? You lose links fast. What happens? And John Mueller said, you know what? SEOs just overestimate links too much. So it's pretty interesting to see that as well. John also said that Google Search Console, when you click on the Validate Fix button, it doesn't do anything to expedite that fix. So just because you click on Validate Fix and you fix the issue doesn't mean that it actually does anything. It doesn't trigger Google to do anything. And then later on, he actually said, well, in some cases, it actually does trigger expedited crawling. He said, and he responded to me, just to keep you on your toes, there are some situations where we do expedite crawling based on a validated fix. For example, structured data or AMP issues where a fix is recognizable. But he's going to double check this and get back to us about other areas. But generally, it doesn't really do anything for Google, according to John Mueller. Gary Ish from Google said that if you see a blank screenshot in the URL inspection tool when you click on like the view the page, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Blank screenshots doesn't really, as long as you see the content in the HTML section of that, a blank screenshot is okay. If you see the blank screenshot over and over and over again, it might be a concern, but generally a blank screenshot is fine for that URL inspection tool feature. Also, John Mueller said URLs provide a minimal additional signal for Google search engine. So just don't change your URLs just for SEO purposes. You can change them for user purposes, but as Google said over time and time again, URLs and keywords and URLs don't have that big of an impact on SEO. So for the past couple of years, Google said they're going to be bringing negative keywords to Performance Max, and after a couple of years and not happening, at the end of 2024, Ginny Marvin said some people actually have it, but nobody really actually saw it until now. Joe Schmo on X posted a screenshot, which is actually a photo of him seeing negative keywords within PMax in Google Ads. So maybe it is starting to roll out to people, which is pretty cool to see. The first time we actually seen this in the wild. Google Ads scheduling help doc update actually went ahead and confused a lot of people. So Google made a change to the Google Ads help document around ad scheduling, saying that ad scheduling isn't compatible with the following campaigns: app campaigns and campaigns that use smart bidding. They should never have written campaigns that use smart bidding. It caused a lot of confusion. That's not true. It is compatible with campaigns that use smart bidding, and Google updated the document and actually removed it, thanks to all those who spotted this and who were on top of that, including Nava Hopkins, Adrian Decker, and of course Ginny Marvin for clarifying that. There's also a bug with Google Ads Performance Max where you can actually enable, pause, and remove conversion actions on the asset group level. This is spotted originally by Thomas Excel and Silva, and what happened was people saw this in their account. So Greg Finn said, this seems weird, this seems like a bug, and then Ginny Marvin updated us saying, apologies for the confusion. This is a bug as part of the rollout of an upcoming feature where advertisers will be able to segment their PMax asset groups report, which we covered that as well. We saw people seeing that as well. That this is a bug, it should be fixed soon, if not already fixed. Mike Ryan posted some pretty good data around this search partner network and how they have a 37% lower ROAS, return on ad spend, than normal Google search ads. So people generally want to turn off the search partner network, which is kind of hard to in PMax. And he noticed that, like in in around March or so, the search ad partner network in PMax campaign skyrocketed to a median of 5.3%, meaning it jumped from like almost 0% of the time to 5.3% of the time, which means that type of spend has a much lower return on ad spend than normal search ads, Google search ads. So keep that in mind. It's pretty shocking. And he's going to have more data on that. So thanks to Mike Ryan for coming out with that. Anthony Higman noticed that Google's testing not showing review stars for some local ads in the map pack, in the local map pack. Here's a screenshot of that from Anthony. Claudia Tomina noticed that Google's business profiles now let you upload additional items of your menu to your Google business profile. Now it says add to menu, not just replace menu. It also has add to menu, which is a pretty good feature for a lot of small businesses and restaurants. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over the Search Engine Roundtable in the past week. Thanks to Similar Webs for sponsoring. Everyone have a healthy, happy, and relaxing weekend. See you guys next. Goodbye.